Hello. Give us a test one.
Testing levels.
Yep. Hello and welcome to the debrief. It's Dave O'Neill. I've just got to mention, but before we get started, I'm coming to Perth for the Fringe. I'm doing Oasis. It's the 24th and 25th of Jan. I think it's a great comedy club in the Brisbane Hotel, which has great food. You'll see me downstairs having a schnitzel before or after the gig. I'll be there by myself. I'll be very alone. So come and say hello. Anyway, I'm doing a new show called Don't Call Me Boomer. It's going to be awesome because I am Gen X. Now, joining me in the car tonight is another famous Gen X member, I believe.
Yeah, just.
Tony Martin, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks, Dave. I'm on what's called Generation Jones, which is the 4 years between X and Boomer.
What year were you born?
64.
Oh, I'm 65. I'm definitely Gen X.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I knew we were a similar age.
Now, you said Oasis. For a moment, I thought you were supporting Oasis.
No. There's a story there because Brendan Maloney, the guy who runs Oasis, is a huge Oasis fan, and he came out and went to every concert here in Melbourne.
Yeah.
But he claims it's not named after the band.
Well, I've done Oasis in Perth a couple of times. Always had a great time.
A great room.
Really good room. They're right up in front of you.
Yeah, great.
There's that weird door you have to come through
Yes.
at the back of the stage.
Yes.
Someone told me that apparently someone locked it recently and the act did their big finale and then couldn't
get out
the stage.
That's funny.
But when I was there a couple of years ago, Dave Callan was supporting.
Dave, the Irishman, yeah.
And he had me out drinking till about 7 in the morning.
Oh my God.
And I was looking out the window and I saw a cab pull up, and Dave Callan got out of the cab already holding a full glass of red wine. Who carries a glass of red wine in a cab?
We did a gig. I don't know if it was New Year's Eve. It might have been. It was really late in the year. Me, Adam Rosenbachs, and Dave Callan in Albury, right?
Yeah.
Dave Callan goes, I've got a friend up here. She's going to come to the gig. Can you put her name on the door? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And then he goes, I'm going to JB Hi-Fi. So he goes across the road to JB Hi-Fi. About 10 minutes later, the bouncer goes, hey guys, young lady here thinks she's a friend of yours. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. So anyway, she comes in, right about. She's a nice young woman.
Yes.
Chatting to her. We do the gig, and then Dave's like, can we give her a lift home to a house in Wodonga? And Rosenbach, who's driving, he's got like a souped up Subaru.
Right.
Yeah, all right. So we go to this house in the middle of nowhere near the army barracks because the parents were in the army.
Right.
And in the back seat, Dave's going, you should come to the Good Times Festival. I've got a spare ticket tomorrow. You want to come to Melbourne? She's like, oh, yeah, okay. I've just got to convince my mum. And so we go. And so we pull up at this house, and the girl goes, I'll just go tell mum. And then she's in there for about 10 minutes, and you see the mum pull the curtain out and look across the road to 3 men in a Subaru. And Dave goes, I'll just go smooth the waters, and gets out. I'm thinking, oh, Jesus. And anyway, no, it was all fine. And I said to the girl, just tell your mum you made it. It's okay. You're in Melbourne, all right? Just send her a text. Because, I'm a father of a daughter. So I'm like,
yeah, right.
I'm like, anyway, that's my Dave Cullen experience.
That sounds like a great episode of The Debrief.
Yes, we should. I don't know if I was recording.
But Dave was over in Perth when I was there. It's a couple of years ago.
Because he's sort of from Perth.
But he moved back during COVID.
Yeah, and he stayed there, basically.
And he's walking me home after one of his long drinking sessions at 7 in the morning, and he's saying to me, I'm not getting a lot of acting work, and, I'm worried. And as he's telling me that, there's a 3-story cylindrical electronic billboard in the middle of Perth.
Yeah.
And he's telling me that, and I look up, and there's a 3-story high picture of him promoting West Australian tourism. And we're going,
he's a funny guy.
But no.
He's a funny guy. Anyway, Tony Martin is here.
Yes.
You just had the 100th episode of SIZZLETOWN,
Yeah, that's right.
which was great, Tony.
Thanks, Dave. I would love to know if anyone has ever spent more time on a single episode of a podcast. I
How
think we
long did
spent
you spend on it?
nearly 2 months.
Wow.
There's 3 songs in there. We've got Pete Smith does a Taylor Swift number. I get to
I
duet
haven't heard
with...
that yet.
Oh, well, it's a
haven't gone all
long
the way through
episode.
it.
It's a long episode. I'm not surprised.
We kept replaying the cat.
Oh, yeah.
Because, we were all big cat fans in my house. And so Sugar Cube is the cat next door, isn't it?
Yeah, we have it.
Yeah.
Well, he actually moved out a few years ago, but we've kept him alive in the show.
Love
But
it.
it's a cat that my cat has a rivalry with.
I love it. And in episode 99, your cat's listening to an ABC show about bird strikes, which is very funny.
That was me just driving along, listening to the ABC, looking for material.
Classic ABC segment.
And then I start talking to the radio as my cat, going, "This is good material."
Oh yeah, the cat. We've got 2 cats, and so
yeah.
we find it very amusing. But I do love the guy, the muffler man,
Oh.
because I reckon you've got the same obsession with me, in that you love a quirky retail sign.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, where you go, that's like there's a joint near me, a pizza shop
Yes.
that used to have a sign. Well, they had a sign that said wholemeal pizza. This was a handwritten sign, and in brackets, backed by popular demand. And I said to the guy, "Who's demanding the wholemeal pizza?" He's like, "What?" I said,
Where's that demand being generated?
He's like, he just played dumb. But my other favourite company is the paint shop near me is
Right.
called Inspirations,
Yeah.
which is a chain of Dulux paint shops, and you see the guys going in there.
Yeah.
They're painters, right? They're very working class blokes in
Sure.
overalls, smoking. Yeah, I'm just going out Inspirations. I've got to do like a new build, and I'm going to go get inspired.
Well, we love, because of this attempt to walk every street in Melbourne, we're often walking in an industrial area like Mordialloc
yes.
or Moorabbin or Brayside, Altona. And a game we have round there is we play brothel or not.
Oh.
And sometimes it obviously is a brothel. It'll be Shanghai Lily's Adult Relaxation Centre brothel.
Yeah.
But then there'll be a business will be like the Bignell. You're going, is the Bignell a hotel?
You see them.
Is it a cattery?
You know what?
Is it a brothel? Turns out it's a brothel.
Oh, it's a brothel.
But then there'll just be a flashing sign. It'll just say spare parts. You're going, is that something?
Yeah.
And often it is.
I love a greasy spoon in those
Oh, yeah.
blue collar areas.
Yeah.
They often have some good food.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I did a gig for Dulux, and I said, "All right, who came up with the name Inspirations?"
Oh,
and they're all
right.
pointing to a guy who had come up with that name.
Yeah. A genius.
The genius that is.
Yeah, there's a lot of that around. We what else do we enjoy?
Well, you enjoy a wacky letterbox.
There's a lot of out in the suburbs. You're getting a lot of cafes that are trying too hard to crowbar a pun around the word bean into there.
Oh yeah, bean time, and
There's one in I think it's in Chadstone. Jake and the Beans Talk. It's just
What?
that's 3 puns too many in there.
Yeah.
Jake and the Beans Talk.
Yeah.
Ouch.
The beanstalk. I get it. That's bad.
There's a lot of those, but yeah, the guy on SIZZLETOWN, Patrick Paget, it's based on actually a roofing guy comes to our house, and he was telling me how he moved back to New Zealand, and he was talking about the job he had back in Australia, and all the people at his new work, which was in Pukekohe in Auckland, were accusing him. He goes, I said I was working at this place in Brisbane, and they accused me of peacocking. They said, you're just peacocking all the time.
Yeah, that's right. Peacocking.
So we decided, okay, that could be a character on the show. So we've got him at a muffler, a fictional muffler outlet that's always changing its name.
I love the madness, the month of madness.
Muffler Madness is continuing through December from May. And he's complaining that, there has to be a period where it's not mad so that the madness stands out. The problem is it's become really popular, so we've got T-shirts with peacocking on them.
Oh, he's funny, that character, because he's sort of like, he judges your other callers too. Oh, that wasn't very good. Oh,
yeah.
Kind of that.
And he's quite tough on me. I like doing characters that are really, like I have a character called The Hater, and he literally just calls in and says the nastiest stuff I've found about the podcast online.
Oh, really?
I'll find.
I love it.
There's a couple of like Reddits where people don't like it, and I just copy down what they've said and put them into his mouth, and then have him throw them at me.
Yeah,
But
that is funny.
yeah.
Well, I mean, I do ABC radio occasionally. Yours is it meant to be a late night program?
Yeah, it
is.
is.
Yeah. That's when you get the kooks ringing
That's
in.
right. You hear real stuff. That's
Well, I did evenings, right? And that's like 7 to 10.
still quite sensible.
Oh, but no, because there's drinking and drug taking, I reckon. That's what the producers reckon.
Right.
And so we did this one. We're trying to look for just an innocuous story to do talk back about, right?
Right.
And the meat board or whatever released the fact that we sell more goat than we eat here. And so Australians should eat more goat
Right.
because we're exporting a lot of goat. We're one of the biggest exporters of goat in the world, right?
Yeah.
And so I said, well, why don't we just do what weird animal have you eaten?
Right.
First guy, he sounded like one of your code. He goes, "G'day, Dave. Remember Storm Boy?" I'm like, yeah, with the pelican. "Oh, yeah, mate. Well, you remember Two Bone?" I'm like, "No." He goes, "Two Bone was the Aboriginal bloke in Storm Boy." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, I hung out with him. Guess what we ate?" I'm like, "Don't say a pelican." He goes, "Yeah, a pelican. I ain't a turtle." He goes, "Mate, he can eat whatever he wants. He's Aboriginal, mate." It's like, I'm just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
This guy, it wasn't Mr. Percival though, because as we know, he died at the end. But anyway, he goes, so anyway, I go, oh, this is too much. So I go, let's go to traffic. The traffic woman goes, "Oh, I've got a story, Dave." I'm like, all right, before we get the Punt Road traffic, what's going on? She goes, "Well, I was in a Southeast Asian country." I'm like, "Oh, no." And I ate dog. I'm like, "What?" She goes, "Actually, Dave, I think it was puppy." And I'm like,
God.
"Oh, okay." And she goes, "All right. Anyway, there's been a bingle on Punt Road." It's like, people are texting in, "Dave, don't worry about eating goat. Did that traffic woman say she ate a dog?" There's like some people think that they can just something's acceptable when you go, "That's not acceptable." I don't think.
I think we had something on the radio where someone called in and claimed that Asian people eat dogs, and that's one of those things you hear when you're growing up, and you're going, where did that start? Like, did that actually happen at some point?
Yeah.
And so we had that call went to air, and then the next caller called in and was furious about that call. Said that was, I'd just like to complain, it's cats. They eat cats. I'm going, it's getting worse. Next caller.
Well, I mean, you go to Vietnam, it's North Vietnam, and there is dog on some menus, but it was done out of, I think, necessity. But my brother lives in Switzerland.
Yeah.
And he said...
What are they eating?
Cat.
Cat?
In some of the poorer cantons, they used to eat cat.
Okay.
He said you can find recipes.
But people from overseas, I mean, people in New Zealand find it horrifying that Australians eat kangaroo.
Yeah, I know. And look, in France, they eat horse. They have special horse butchers. So, anyway, it's a great talk.
Will there be complaints about this episode?
No one complains about this. Don't worry. This is a pod. I wouldn't worry about that. I wouldn't worry about the debrief.
Mr. Percival,
Mr. Percival.
There was a new version of
Storm Boy?
Of Storm Boy, only about 7 years ago, and it stuck in my mind because I think it was the last film that Geoffrey Rush was in before things went bad.
Yeah.
So he might have been. I can't.
Surely
remember.
he's been embraced by the French now. Surely the French love a bit of Woody Allen or whoever.
Yeah. I actually saw Geoffrey Rush recently.
Where?
There was at the Melbourne Film Festival.
Oh yeah.
They had Sando Chilaro took me to see a documentary about Jerry Lewis's notorious
telethon.
Not the telethon. The Day the Clown Cried. You know, the movie he made about Auschwitz, where he was a clown entertaining children going to the gas chamber.
And never got released.
Never got finished or released. But the people who made this doco have got some scenes from it. So it was a whole doco.
Oh, how was that?
It was bizarre. It was really bizarre because I remember that doco. I think there's something in Jerry Lewis's will where it can only be shown. It can't be screened until 10 years after his death, which I think is this year.
I thought you said his death was this year. It's like it's planned, but he's dead. Yes,
he is dead.
Did you see him when he came out?
I saw him at Crown Casino.
And what was it like?
It was bizarre because you realise that his famous live act that he did with Dean Martin was all improvising with Dean Martin. So he doesn't really have a lot of material. So he's doing like his mimes, the typewriter, that business. But then the rest of his material was just off the shelf Jewish gags.
Yeah, Jose and Jose B, stuff like that.
Yeah, it
I've
was
got
like-
two Mexican firefighters, Jose and Jose B. I remember that one of his.
It was all just like standard issue gags that, not Jackie Mason, because I think he does original material, but, like ones that everyone would do if they were playing Las Vegas. It was quite weird.
You told me a story about him the other day about his telethon. Oh, I've got to remember it.
Well, I remember when he was on the panel because...
Yeah, maybe it was you that told me this story.
Well, he was on the panel, I think, a few times, but the film...
He didn't like...
Harry Shearer.
Yes, because he wouldn't...
Because he'd seen The Day the Clown Cried.
Right.
Because no one has ever seen the film in its entirety, but Harry Shearer knew a guy who was working at a film processing place, and Jerry Lewis had dropped a print in of it to get a copy made, and this bloke knew Harry Shearer. So he called up Harry Shearer and said, I'll bring it home. Let's have a look at it.
Oh, wow.
So Harry Shearer is like the only person in the world who's seen The Day the Clown Cried.
That's
And
Derek Smalls.
From Mr.
Spinal
Burns.
Tap. Derek Smalls?
Yeah, Derek Smalls, the bass player from Spinal Tap.
And Mr. Burns and Principal Skinner.
and Smithers.
I tell you, when we interviewed him on the radio, he didn't appreciate my impression of Principal Skinner. Principal Skinner. It's just like staring at me. Like,
Well, he was out here, he was in an episode of Frontline. We had to drive him somewhere, and we pulled up to the hotel, and he goes, it's just in here. And because this is the 90s, without thinking, I just went, yes. And I went, oh no! But then he just immediately went, yes! And it turned into a Burns off. He won, but he was so nice to do that. And then, how's this? Same thing happened to, Annie Maver, my ex-wife.
Yeah.
First AD.
The floor director. Yeah.
She was the first AD on Frontline, and they were going to film a scene in a recording studio in St Kilda, Hothouse Studios, run by Craig Harneth, bass player for Kids in the Kitchen.
Kids in the Kitchen.
And it's a labyrinth of stairways and hallways to get there. So she's leading Harry through all these corridors, and they're not getting there. Without thinking, she just goes, hello, Cleveland.
Oh, yeah.
From Spinal Tap. And she goes, oh, no, I've done the same thing. And then Harry Shearer goes, rock and roll.
Oh, yeah, fantastic.
Just chucked it in.
You love it when they do that. That's like when Eric Banner texted me once about a gig, and he goes, are you getting paid cash? And I just had great joy texting back, cash? No cash here.
Oh, man.
Anyway.
Did I tell you, we've got too many tabs open in this conversation.
Yeah.
I'll get back to Harry Shearer. But on radio, on Chrissy Salmon Brownie, which you were often on.
I was on too. Me and you were the big fill-in guys.
But Vince Colosimo was a regular listener.
Vincey Princey, yeah.
And I remember talking to Brownie one day because he was obsessed with Chopper.
Yeah, love that, mate. Love that movie.
And I was saying, well, Chopper Reed's come back for the Underbelly version. Roger Rogerson's come back for, they did another Blue Murder. Surely it's time for Neville Bartos to come back.
Yes, the Neville Bartos story.
The Bartos, the movie.
Yeah.
And
that was Vince's character.
That was Vince's character. And we're talking about that, and we get off air, and the producer comes in and says, Vince Colosimo's on the phone. And I go, hang on, what's this going to be? And I pick up the phone, and Vince says, do you reckon you could make that happen? And I'm going, I don't think I own the rights to Neville Bartos.
Oh, I don't think anyone owns the rights to Neville Bartos.
Well, it's written by that Andrew Dominic. So did he invent that? Because is Neville Bartos a real person?
Yeah.
Or is he a composite?
No, he's a real person. I think Neville Bartos.
Right.
I think we'll have to Google that in the break, but I'm pretty sure he's a real person, Neville Bartos.
But going back to Harry Shearer,
yeah.
So Harry Shearer had seen The Day the Clown Cried, and Howard Stern heard about this, and he goes, you've got to come on my radio show. You're the only person who's seen the film. Come on the show and describe.
Well, you don't have to do that if you don't want to.
But Harry goes on and says, you think it's bad? It's worse than you can ever imagine. So he just went to town on this film. Jerry Lewis heard that,
right,
and you can imagine his reaction.
Yeah.
So he's on the panel, and Harry Shearer's on the panel.
Oh, no.
And Harry Shearer is one of the panelists. So he's not a guest.
No, he's a panelist, yeah.
He's on the whole show.
Yeah.
And no one can find Jerry Lewis. So remember Sansia Robinson?
Yeah, of course, Sansia. She was your producer on Mark Malloy.
On Mark Malloy, and she was the talent booker on the panel. So she has to go and find Jerry Lewis. And at the Como, where they used to film
That's next door to the Channel 10 studios. Yeah.
Where they filmed that. Well, the building in the studios, as you know, there's the makeup floor, and then there's a stairwell to get up to where they film it. She goes out in this cold, whistling cold, freezing concrete stairwell, and Jerry Lewis is there in his running shorts. He sort of
he always wore those shorts.
Alan Partridge running shorts. And he's shivering away. And she goes, Mr. Lewis, what are you doing? Why aren't you in? You're meant to be on the show. And Jerry Lewis goes, and this is a quote, I'm not going in there till that fucking cunt leaves. Unquote.
And what happened?
And Sansia goes, but Mr. Lewis, he's not leaving. He's on the panel. So you're going to have to be on with him. And if you ever see that episode, Jerry Lewis comes out and remember the setup of the panel? So Rob and Glenn are on one end. And then Harry's on the other end. And so Jerry Lewis sits in the middle with Tom, turns his back to Harry Shearer, does not speak to him for the whole segment.
So he was on Harry's side.
Yeah, but he just pretended he wasn't there. Hang on.
Look,
We're taking calls.
Look, Glenn Robbins is calling.
Hang on.
This is hilarious.
Here we go.
Hang on. Glenn, can you hear me?
Yes, what happened there?
Mate, I'm with Tony Martin in the car.
You're on the debrief, Glenn.
Yeah, you're on my podcast.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, it won't come out though, surely.
Yeah, that should pick that up.
We were just talking about my podcast where we take callers, and now that's what we're doing on this one.
Wow, this is like this is a world first.
And it's like, and we just mentioned you because we were talking about the panel.
I was literally using your name 30 seconds ago. I was talking about the time Jerry Lewis came on the panel and wasn't happy because Harry Shearer was one of the panelists.
Well, he was upset with quite a few things actually. But besides that, he was quite nice. Look, don't let me interrupt.
I'll ring you back.
Are you on the way to the gig?
Yeah, in Croydon, but we'll be there soon. I can ring you back in 10 minutes.
No, that's all right. No, there's nothing urgent. I will speak to you tomorrow.
Hey, Glenn, have you got anything to plug?
Somehow related.
Yeah, great podcast.
I've heard that's a great one.
Oh yeah, no, it's good. And we've got the what do we call it, Dave? What's that thing we do for money?
Oh, somehow unrelated. Yeah.
Yeah.
Patreon.
Yeah, does Tony know about that?
No. But we'll get him on. We've got to get him on as a guest, actually.
Well, I would love to have Tony on somehow unrelated, and we'll come to wherever he is because that would be gold if we could do that. But anyway, not twisting your arm, Tony. But anyway, congratulations, Tony, on your. You've got, what was it? How many episodes?
It's 100 episodes.
Yeah, congratulations. That's great.
Oh, thanks, Glenn.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's great. Sure, we've got 400, but don't worry.
I was going to say, it's not that impressive, but we're making a meal of it.
All right, I've been to the chemist. I've got my drugs. I'm home now, so I'm going inside to watch the television.
Okay. I'll call you.
See you, Tony.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks. Wow.
It's wild.
That is. We have had people ring before, actually, on this. But anyway, there we go. Glenn Robbins live.
Yeah, wow. So what is somehow unrelated?
Oh, so that's we just came up with a thing for Patreon.
Yeah.
And Glenn, I even a few games, and we just play games with guests.
Right.
I come up with a few, but he's mainly come up with most of the games. So yeah, we've had a few guests on, like Tom Gleisner came on.
Oh yeah.
Nick Capper.
Great.
The Swag on the Beat guy. So yeah, we're just trying to build up a subscriber base, Tony.
Oh yeah.
People donate to your podcast, don't they?
Yeah, they're right into it because I think they can tell
the amount of work,
how much work we're putting into it.
Yeah, whereas somehow unrelated sounds more just somehow related. Sorry, just sounds more like just people having a chat.
Oh, it's amazing how many people. I've had so many people mention when I went on Somehow Related saying, well, you know a lot about on the buses.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going,
we love getting the experts on. We had Veach on for a second time to talk about World War II, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. But we had Sam Pang talking about Dim Sims.
Yeah.
We had Anonymous. We've had Anonymous on twice. And he sounds a little bit like this. And he talked about Viagra.
Who is he?
Oh, we don't know. He's anonymous, Tony.
Oh, okay.
But he sounds a bit like a very famous comedian.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and he also talked about brothels another time.
Oh, really? Well, we've already covered that.
Yeah, but he's been to them, unlike you or me that have just walked past them.
Yeah.
He was a frequenter of them. But anyway, no, we love getting an expert. Anyway, we're off to Croydon.
Yeah.
I actually think this is Croydon Hills.
Right, okay.
Which is
where we are now.
No, we're in Ringwood now, but we're almost at the gig in Croydon. So we'll come back on after the gig and we'll let everyone know how we're going to do at the great, because we're double headlining, Tony.
Wow. Well, what is the word on this venue? Where are we?
I've heard it's good.
It's a wine bar.
Yeah, it's a wine bar.
I did one for the same bloke in
Ryan.
Montmorency.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That was a beauty.
The Grope and Hope, I think
Yeah.
they call it. That's a Grape and Hope, but they call it the Grope and Hope. And Ryan is a character. He is a young man, well, younger than us.
Yeah.
And he's head of the Melbourne Football Club cheer squad.
Oh, is he? Yeah, he knew not to bring that up with me. And is he a twin?
Yes, he has a twin.
Not an identical twin. Or maybe...
We've got to find that out tonight because
Yeah.
they look totally different, actually. They
Yeah.
can't be like... But then again, I'm an identical twin and my twin doesn't look like me anymore.
Is that true? How do I not know this?
Yeah, I've got an identical twin, Glenn, who lives in Switzerland.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I always think with your identical twin, is there a lot of pressure to maintain similar weights?
Similar weight?
Yeah, sort of to look the same?
Yeah, but he is as skinny as you, my twin. So
Right.
it's kind of depressing.
Well, that's...
we were very similar weight up until university.
And were you able to pull scams? You know, where one goes into a shop and then the other one...
Yeah, we got into the Elvis Costello concert in 1982 when they had one ticket. And so I went in and then... pulled back quickly.
Yeah.
And then he stood outside and he said, sorry, I just went out. And the guy goes, oh, yeah, you did. Yeah, okay. Let him in.
It's fantastic. So you got to have the same clothes.
Yeah, similar clothes.
Yeah.
And then the other one we did, we were both working at a hot dog shop we were at uni, and I got sacked for stealing the hot dogs when I was just eating them.
Really?
That's where my weight started, I reckon. And Glenn remained working there. We were both working there. And then he got a full-time job at the Red Cross, where he sort of still works now. And he left, but I just replaced him and didn't tell the owner. And so the owner would come
Seriously?
in. Yeah, Dudley Kane, his name was. He would come in and he goes, you Glenn? I'm like, yeah, I'm Glenn. He goes, you look a bit like David. I'm like, nah, that thieving prick. And then his wife would come in, and his wife, being a woman, was more intuitive, and I could hear her saying, "That's not Glenn, that's David. That's not Glenn. Dudley, that's not Glenn. That's the one who stole the hot dogs." But anyway, that's a real carry on. That was the only we didn't do it, man.
And was he in the band as well?
Yeah, he was the singer. He was the singer in the band.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, and we lived in a shared house together.
So you were like the Gallagher brothers, really?
Yeah, just not successful. No, we really didn't fight much. Right. So, but no, he's in Switzerland. He's been there for a long time.
Will he hear this?
Oh yeah, he might listen. He listens to a few of the podcasts, but he really likes the Junkies one I do with Kitty Flanagan, because he's like me. He loves lollies and snacks.
Yeah, I notice you. You're now an expert on. I mean, you've always been an expert, but now the podcast has really pushed you into the.
They should interview me on the ABC radio, that kind of when they need an expert.
Yeah, right.
They have an on-the-line expert on lollies. But no, Kitty's actually, her knowledge is incredible, really.
Right.
And you wouldn't...
No, I wouldn't have
No, because she's not fat like me. She's quite petite. Okay, what have we got here, Tony? Any good... We've got the... I love a martial arts place, too.
Yeah.
I do love a martial arts.
Yeah, hang on.
The Saikon Karate, was that karate?
Yeah.
We've got Chirang Takeaway.
It's upstairs from the school uniform specialist.
Who's called Bob Stewart. I wonder if Bob is an... He must be a person.
Surely.
Yeah.
That's not a made-up name. And what's that?
I love a shop.
Oh, it could be
Casalinga. Is it like a restaurant functions?
Casalinga, corporate functions.
Discover Thai Massage. Oh, they're rife out here. Well, Tony, we'll go and do the gig, and then we'll come back and report on how it went.
Yeah, okay. See you on the other side.
Yes, there's the great Croydon Hotel. Yeah, it is.
There's Pang and Malloy.
Guzman and Gomez.
That's, their logo.
Yeah, it is too. All right, we'll keep listening. We'll be back in a minute. And we're back on the debrief. It's Dave O'Neill here with Tony Martin. We've just triumphed at the McAdam's Winebar in Croydon.
We certainly have. Dave, you were sensational.
Oh, no, you were good. You were great.
I made possibly a mistake by opening with 2 minutes on the mushroom cook. And
I think people love that.
Maybe you should bury the mushroom cook material like later in the routine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I don't know about that. I mean, Mushroom Lady is funny. I mean, I know people died, but still people respond to it. It's like a punchline. I use Prince Andrew as a punchline.
Right.
It's just one of those things,
It's
I
in
reckon.
another hemisphere, though.
Yeah, that's true.
But what
yeah.
blew me away about your spot was you just knew so much about Croydon.
Oh,
and
yeah,
the
well, I'm from
surrounding
here.
areas.
I'm from here.
Right.
I'm from Mitcham.
Are you, though?
On the railway line it goes Mitcham, Ringwood, Croydon. So I'm from Mitcham.
Wow.
So there were people from my high school there.
Wow.
So there was a girl who lived in the street of my sister-in-law Heather, who went to Mitcham High, married my brother, and Julie Hendy, who was at Mitcham High. So I know, I mean, when I come out here, it's easy. The first 10 minutes is just all locals. So I just list the old nightclubs we used to go to. But then again, you had the Eltham Barrel, which I did I talk about the Swagman and about all the nightclubs.
It's funny because we've literally both talked about all-you-can-eat venues that burnt down in mysterious circumstances.
And you know what? I still remember Darren Casey, we were talking about off air, and we'll talk about him in a minute. He had the great joke, Swagman burnt down, well, at least the potato salad's cooked now. It's a great joke.
Darren
Casey was our generation. He started the same year as us, 1990.
Correct.
And he started and was different from all of my colleagues because we kind of all had similar kind of routines, similar sort of life experience in a way. So we talked about nightclubs, bouncers, McDonald's, girlfriends, uni, parents, shared housing.
Correct.
Darren had a whole life though because he was in the Navy as a cook.
Yeah.
And he would have been older than us.
That's right.
He would have been like 5 or 6 years older than us. Do you reckon, Casey?
He always felt like...
He felt like 10 years older than me.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a suave dude.
He also had this weird thing that would not make any sense to anyone now, where he looked almost exactly like Sam Newman. Now,
he did.
Now, here's the thing. Sam Newman has obviously had some kind of weird face-tightening plastic surgery.
Yeah.
And so Darren Casey and Sam Newman have drifted apart. But for those years, I don't know if you remember this, Darren Casey was involved in the cast and writers of In Melbourne Tonight.
Oh, he was.
With Frankie J. Holden.
Yep.
And it was a remake of In Melbourne Tonight with Frankie J. Holden, Julia Morris, and Jane Hall.
And Stephen Jacobs. Wasn't he like the sidekick, Stephen Jacobs?
I think he was. But Darren was like one of the writers and contributed to it. And that whole time he was doing that, me and Mick Malloy were constantly encouraging him to do an impression of Sam Newman. And we could never... Yeah, because we're going, you look exactly like him. And he would never do it.
No.
And now they've drifted. The thing about when you look like someone is it doesn't last.
No.
And they've drifted apart. They now look nothing like each other.
No. He had good jokes. He had the one about the toilet door factory. I went to the factory that made the toilet doors. There's a guy putting on the handle. There's a guy punching a hole in it.
Yes.
I remember his other jokes.
I always remember him saying he was a woman in St Kilda stopped him in the street and said that he should give her some money, and he goes, I'm not going to give you any money, and she goes, well, get fucked, you fucking fuck. And he goes, and what were you going to spend the money on? A thesaurus?
That's right. Yeah, so he had a slightly intellectual edge over a lot of comics. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he took off very quickly. He was on Tonight Live. He got a job on the grill team with Eddie McGuire on the radio.
That's right. Yeah.
He got all that In Melbourne Tonight work. So, yeah, it was a impressive rise, kind of, Darren Casey.
Well, me and Mick Malloy, after the Late Show did well, we were able to tour playing giant theatres for a year, and we decided that Darren Casey would be our MC.
Oh, great.
And we would often struggle to be as funny as Darren Casey.
Yeah, he was good.
He would open. And I remember, he was so fussy about his act. He was like Jerry Seinfeld. It was like every word was
perfect. Yeah.
perfect. And he would often come up with ideas, backstage, and we would go, "You've got to do that in the act." And you go, "Yeah, it's not good enough." And I always remember, do you remember the band The Undertones?
Yeah, I love The Undertones. Figgle Sharky. And they had a song called Even Hitler Had a Girlfriend. And Casey heard that song. I don't think he'd even heard the song. I think he just heard the song title. And he came up with this routine where, that's right, Hitler wakes up one morning and Eva Braun comes in and she's wearing one of Hitler's shirts and she's made Hitler breakfast and she goes, "You were fantastic last night, Hitler." And we would constantly get him to do that bit. Yeah.
And then we would say, "You have to do that in your act."
Yeah.
And Casey would go, "Yeah, it's not good enough for the act."
Oh.
And he was like one of those guys. You know those guys, Dave, who are like, where it's like, it has to be absolutely perfect.
Yeah, crazy. Figgle Sharky went on to be... We had a few hits as a solo.
A Good Heart?
Oh, and... I've got it on my phone. I love it. Oh, what's it called?
He had
You Little Thief.
You
Little Thief.
That's right.
Anyway, but he is now a environmentalist and a big river person.
Really?
Yeah, and so you see him on the news in England talking about rivers, the health of rivers.
Right. Okay.
And he's just still got that punk kind of anger.
Right.
What was that? The Undertone song? It was in Dairy Girls. I used it in Dairy Girls.
Oh. Every song comes back on a Netflix show.
It's a great song. It's
No, it's a great band. The Undertones were
that great high
massively
voice.
underrated.
Anyway, here we are. You know what I've been watching on the TV? Have you seen The Chair Company? Have you seen that?
I love The Chair
Fucking
Company.
hell. That is... it's one of the few shows that I can watch with my oldest son. My daughter's 19 and she loves...
Wow.
She loves sitcoms, so we've watched all of Kath and Kim, Upper Middle Bogan, any of that kind of stuff.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
No, I haven't watched that. Is that good?
No, I love it.
But The Chair Company, my son just sort of turns his nose up, but he finds The Chair Company very funny, which, for people that don't know, it's almost a little bit, it's a surreal kind of show, isn't it?
It's almost like David Lynch has made a sitcom.
Yeah, and that guy who's from Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, well, he was fired from Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
And he did a sitcom, not a sitcom, a sketch comedy series on Netflix called I Think You Should Leave with Tim Robinson. And it went for 3 series. But what was brilliant about it, apart from its content, was the running time. Every episode was 12 minutes long.
Oh, wow.
And it was really short.
And the cast he gets does not look like a Hollywood cast.
No.
There's old people, fat people,
yes.
all people's of different races.
Yeah.
And they're just some very weird... For people, so what happens, he has to do... He's managing the build of a mall.
Yeah.
A shopping mall. And he has to do a big presentation at work. And he does, and it's really successful. Then he goes to sit on this chair, and the chair breaks.
That's right. And what you think... When that happens, you go, this is just a throwaway moment in the show. But no, it becomes the entire...
That's a whole storyline.
The entire storyline.
Him finding out why this chair broke and getting to the... And how good's that guy that plays his mate? The PI, private investigator security guard.
Fantastic.
He was just like an unknown actor.
Yeah.
He auditioned.
He also has in the cast Jim Downey, who was like the head writer for Saturday Night Live.
That's the old guy. He's the old guy.
He's fantastic.
Yeah, he's great. Anyway, that's a good recommendation.
No, it's
people
a
like
really
that comedy
good show.
A little bit weird. That is a very funny show.
The Chair Company. What else are you watching, Dave?
Oh, you know what? I do watch a lot of TV, actually. That's my hobby, really.
Same here.
And when I go interstate, I've been watching Pluribus.
I love Pluribus.
Yeah. Yeah.
What I love about Pluribus, apart from all the obvious things...
Which is the Breaking Bad guy's new show.
Vince Gilligan's new show, is that... And this was true of Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, is that he will have 10 or 12 minutes without dialogue.
Yeah, he commits, doesn't he? He just...
Have you seen the last episode? I don't know when this is going out, but the last episode I saw of Pluribus is the one where she's slowly working out about the milk cartons.
Oh, about what they're eating. Yeah,
and
what
like,
they're eating.
if you look at that episode, let's say that episode goes 46 minutes. I reckon 43 minutes of it are entirely without dialogue.
Oh, wow.
It's Vince Gilligan's underrated superpower.
Yeah.
How much of Breaking Bad, how much of... Remember that episode of Breaking Bad which just ends with guys crawling through the desert?
Oh, yeah.
It's like he's totally committed to the idea of, can we just remove the talking from this scene?
Oh, it's
Telling
pretty
the story
incredible.
with pictures.
What I've been watching with my daughter, I Love LA. We Love LA.
Right?
Which is a new sitcom.
I've heard that's great.
Oh, it's very funny. It's
Right.
a bit like people go, oh, it's like Girls.
Right.
Yeah, it's a show about young women and
Yep.
guys in LA. Girls was in New York.
Sure.
But it's still funny, and some of the characters are very funny. And they're all narcissistic, sort of Instagrammer type. But
Yes.
it's still that core of a funny show with good, like Elijah Wood played himself in one. It was very funny. So that's good also. I like that. That was
Did
good.
you watch Severance?
Yeah, I love Severance.
That was pretty
but
great.
But because I worked in offices, and not for a long time,
Yes.
but I could sometimes had to stop watching because
Yes.
it just gave me too much flashback to office work.
Yeah, of course.
But Severance was great. That guy,
Yeah.
that main guy is incredible.
Yeah.
I like a drama too. I watched that great one called Task with the FBI agent.
Oh, what's that one?
Oh, it's the guy who played the Hulk,
Oh, Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo,
Yep.
and he plays an FBI agent who used to be a priest.
Right.
I know it sounds like a ridiculous, and that's like that's great. And so he has to catch this gang that
Yep.
are raiding bikies' drug houses and stealing the cash and stuff. And it's just really good. He's very good, Mark Ruffalo. Really good, Mark Ruffalo. The Ruffalo.
I first saw him in a film called You Can Count on Me.
Oh yeah,
He's really good in that.
What have you been watching? Like, you're a big film
Well,
TV.
in terms of TV, in terms of Netflix, we just started this week on Department Q.
Oh yeah. Hang on, is that the one set in Scotland?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Well, I've only seen...
Takes a while.
Yeah, no.
But that main guy, that gruff
That guy,
arsehole.
I tell you, I cannot believe that guy did not get more acclaim for a show. His name is Matthew Good,
Yes.
and he's in a show called The Offer, which is about the making of The Godfather. Have you ever seen
Oh,
that?
no, I've heard about that.
It's pretty good. It's what I would call a 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
It's like a solid show. It's not a classic.
Yeah.
But it's about the making of The Godfather. And so you've got people have to do lookalikes. You got to have someone playing
Yeah,
Marlon Brando.
yeah.
Exactly, Al Pacino. But the person who absolutely knocks it out of the park is that guy, Matthew Good,
Yeah.
playing Robert Evans,
Oh, yeah, okay, the director, producer guy.
producer of
yeah.
Chinatown, The Godfather, Rosemary's Baby. And it is an amazingly... Firstly, you go, it's a great performance, but it's also a great impression. And I don't know anyone who even knows about what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
But
well,
he
that
is brilliant.
that
in
Department Q was quite a hit, and they're doing another series. But I love a cop show, so
Yeah.
there's another funny one called Death Valley. Have you seen that?
that. No.
Set in Wales
Right.
with Timothy Spall.
Oh, Timothy
Yeah,
Spall.
and he plays an old thespian actor who used to be a detective.
Yes.
And there's a young Welsh policewoman who's from Game of Thrones, and she enlists him to help solve the crimes. And it's a really good, like, family, not a family, but PG.
Timothy Spall is a
He's
fantastic
funny.
actor.
He's great.
However,
Yeah.
he came out to Australia and made a movie with Lawrence Leung called
What?
Sucker.
Oh, yes.
Do you remember this?
Yes, I forgotten Lawrence Leung made a movie.
And I don't want to say anything defamatory on your podcast, but it wasn't a comfortable experience for anyone involved.
No.
Yeah.
For Lawrence.
No. But yeah.
Lawrence is such a lovely guy.
Yeah, and he certainly knows his he knows his shonky card tricks.
Yes, absolutely. Well,
But-
anyway, there's some recommendations.
There's a few.
Now, you've been touring with the Arseless Chaps.
I have been touring with
Because I saw on Pang's show they showed some footage,
That's right.
and that looks like a full-on
It is a
commitment. Is it just you and Damien from TISM on stage?
It's correct. Basically, what happened was when I turned 50, which would have been I don't know when it was,
10
but let's
years
say,
ago at least.
yeah, it was like 11 years ago. So Damien got me to be in his band, Damien Cowell's Disco Machine.
I remember that, yeah.
And it was an 8-piece band, and I did that for 9 years. And it was, even at age 50, I was probably too old to be doing all of the dancing involved.
Yeah. So and then now you dance still?
Now it's 2 of us. Because basically what happened was, at the end of 9 years, he went, look, this is great, but I can't afford to keep touring an 8 or 9-piece band around the country. We're playing to about 150 people a gig. And,
you can't make any money off
No,
that.
that's right. He's not, and I don't think I made a cent in 9 years. It was kind of a side project, but he just went, look, I can't, I'm losing too much money. I've got this idea for a 2-piece version of the band called Arseless Chaps, because we had done a show on Triple R called Arseless Chaps years ago. And I went, really? Just us? And he goes, yeah, like Soft Cell.
Yeah, of course.
Soft Cell.
Don't Tainted Love.
And I went,
one of the greats.
I don't know if I can pull this off. And he said, tell you what, let's do a try. I've been booked for a gig in Brisbane, and it's a tribute show for a well-loved musician from Brisbane called Fred Noonan, who passed away. And I've been given a 40-minute slot in this show.
What?
And
what band was Fred Noonan in?
Fred Noonan was... Brisbane listeners would know the punk band that he was in. It was a punk music band. But basically they were having a memorial show. It was about 7 or 8 acts. It was going to be in front of like an audience of about 700 people. Damien was booked, and he said, let's do this as an Arseless Chaps show. We'll do a 40-minute set.
What?
And we rehearsed it for 4 weeks. If it goes badly, no one we know will be there.
Yeah, no, Brisbane.
We'll never have to do it again. Now, that said, Matt Stewart flew up to see the show.
Of course.
Because he's a massive fan of Damien's.
Yeah.
And we did the show, and it went great. And it was like, up until that moment, I was like, oh, it's just a joke.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Now we have to really do this. So in the last year, we've done 3 national tours, and we've put out an album.
Wow.
It's insane.
And you get crowds?
We get, I reckon, about 150 people.
Yeah, that's good.
Because Damien is, I'm
he's
never sure if I'm allowed to say
he's
this.
one of the singers from TISM.
He's one of the 2 lead singers of
There's
TISM.
him and the tour guy.
And when they tour, they play to thousands of people.
Oh, yeah. They do My Music Bowl.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're playing Crowbar in Brisbane on
Yeah.
a Sunday afternoon to about maybe 120 people. But it is...
You're like the Mr. Bungle compared to Faith No More.
It is still an exhausting show for 2 men in their 60s to be dancing around like fucking idiots.
And do you have to coordinate the dancing?
Oh, yeah. It's exhausting. It is a punishing schedule of rehearsals, and the songs are amazing because Damien is, I think, one of the most underrated songwriters in...
Oh, some of the TISM songs.
Yeah.
Were great pop songs and great melodic too. They were great, melodies.
Exactly.
Like, that one, I'm Into Anarchy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that one that just goes...
Damien sings the lead on that.
Yeah,
I'm interested in Anarchy.
Yeah, I'm interested in Anarchy. Oh, mate, the Foster's Car Park Boogie is still one of the greatest songs ever. Does he sing that? Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Me and my mates were gathered round, thought that we could go
Yes.
into town. Then we thought, what the fuck? We'll hang out at Foster's Car Park.
But the thing about TISM is they're an amazing band that went for... Their initial run was, I think, they started in 1982.
8 years?
22 years.
22 years.
They started in 1982. They never announced their retirement, but their last gig was in 2004.
I met Damien and the tour guy. They were both teachers at
Ron
the time.
Hitler Barassi, correct?
Yeah, they were teaching at Croydon High.
Yep.
And Ringwood High, maybe. And I was at a nightclub called Thrash, and I was in a band called Captain Coco.
Yes.
And we were contemporaries of TISM.
Sure.
And I went up to them and I said to them, rumours are you're the guys from TISM. And the guy goes, you're in Captain Coco, aren't you? I said, yeah, I am. And he goes, well, who wants to know about if we're in TISM? I said, well, just me. He goes, yeah, we are. We're the guys from TISM. I went, oh, great, I love TISM. And anyway, I got to know him. And then I did stuff at Triple M, and I walked past a desk, and he was sitting there. I'm like, that's the guy from TISM.
It is amazing. Because
I'm pretty sure when I went on Mark Malloy, I told you off air. Do you know the guy from TISM works at Triple M?
Well,
because he didn't tell anyone.
No, because I was a huge fan of TISM. Santo Chilaro got me onto TISM because when we were doing the D-Generation Breakfast Show, he was always playing this song in the office, which was a B-side called "The Back Upon Which Jezza Jumped."
Oh yeah.
And he was always playing that. I'm going, who is that? And he goes, it's a band called TISM. Because I don't know if you remember, as a breakfaster, Dave.
I'm a breakfaster, yeah, former Triple R breakfaster.
Santo Chilaro was
I know, he was a breakfaster. And so was Sam Pang.
And they were the Santo version.
Santo was the first version. Yeah,
they were the earliest supporters of TISM. And so Santo got me to go along to see TISM constantly in the club in Collingwood.
Yeah, I love the club. Yeah.
A few doors
owned by
up from the last
Bongo
one.
Starkey, who just passed away from the Skyhawks.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I was always going to see them. I still have a piece missing from one of my teeth from being hit in the mouth by a dollar coin at a TISM gig at the Collingwood club. And so we were huge supporters of them on the breakfast show. But when we did Martin Malloy, they would Ron and Humphrey, the two lead singers, would regularly come on. When I say regularly, maybe only twice.
Yeah.
They came on Martin Malloy as guests. And then cut to 1998, a very unassuming guy comes up to me in the corridors of Triple M and he goes, introduces himself. He goes, my name's Damien Cowell. He goes, I've actually been on your show. And I'm going, what are you talking about? He goes, I was on Martin Malloy.
Oh, because they was in a disguise or a costume? Yeah.
Because when they came into the studio, they were in gigantic, inflatable archbishop costumes.
Yeah.
And so he then proceeded to describe the process that led to that. He said, I would be working, because Fox FM was on the top floor.
Yeah, Triple M the next one.
Triple M downstairs. He said, I would be working at my desk. He was the head copywriter for Triple M. He would be writing ads for
Bunnings, whatever. McEwen's back then, probably.
For Paul Phillips Car Sound.
Yeah.
And he said he'd look at his watch and he would go down into the stairwell, down into the back alley. He would meet the other guy, Ron Hitler Barassi. They would put the costumes on. They would order a cab. A cab would arrive in the back alley. They would get into the cab, drive around to the front of the building, get out of the cab, walk up, do Martin Malloy, and then entirely reverse the process.
That's hilarious. I remember when I worked on Full Frontal, they had this thing where they wanted, towards the end of the Channel 7 run, when McAuliffe was big on Full Frontal, they wanted to get celebrities and bands on.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
And they got TISM on.
Yes.
They got TISM on, and they got Kate. Oh, she was big for a while. She was like a model actress kind of buxom lady. Kate,
wow.
Was it Kate? She became Jewish. She converted.
Kate Fisher.
Yes!
Kate.
Ding! Kate Fisher! So she did a sketch, and then McAuliffe suggested TISM.
Well, the great thing...
I don't know what they were expecting the ratings bump
this is
TISM.
This is crazy what you were saying, because obviously I'm close friends now. After 30 years, I'm really good friends with Damien. No one has ever done a cover of a TISM song until Sean McAuliffe did the very song you've just mentioned.
He did.
I'm Interested in Apathy.
I'm Interested in Apathy at the end of his show.
At the end of...
what series was that?
Mad as Hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved that when he did that.
But I remember speaking
to
Sean
Damien. Was a huge TISM fan.
Yeah. Well, Damien has... The thing I wanted to say is that for all of their amazing 22-year career, TISM only did 6 albums.
Yeah, right.
Damien, between TISM ending and TISM reforming, did 9 albums.
Yeah, that's like Wings or something, isn't it? Yeah, like exactly. He's the Wings.
As Alan Partridge said, the band the Beatles could have been. but he and McAuliffe.
Morrissey's the same too. Morrissey's done about 12 albums.
Oh man. But Damien is just an amazing talent, amazing musician. And he has, over an 11-year period, lured me into his universe. And so now I go on. Like I say, we've done 3 national tours in the last year. My knee is fucked. My foot is fucked.
Yeah.
I am way too old to be doing this, but the songs are so great. The music is so great. It's so loud. You cannot, once the music starts, you can't resist dancing.
Yeah. I mean, they're like Australians' Devotism.
Yeah.
And I loved on your 99 episode where I was waiting for 99 Luft balloons, and sure enough, it turned up. The Stevo cover band. Devo called Stevo.
The funny thing is, that was just a nonsensical idea that I thought of one night, and I've subsequently discovered there is a Devo cover band called Stevo.
Really?
There's another one called Davo.
Oh, no, I was in Devo.
You
I
were
was,
in Davo?
I was in Devo. Yeah,
Shit.
yeah. A guy called... This was like a long time ago.
Right.
When I was on Triple R. Oh, Jason Evans.
Yes.
Evans from the Community Cup.
Yep.
He formed the Devo cover band called Davo with me, Mark O'Toole.
Wow.
And we played the Triple R ball.
Oh, my
and
God.
Husey sang Girl You Want.
She
She sits in the top of a Virginia's tree. She sends out an election to the girl. To the girl you want.
Oh my God, that is
Yeah,
hilarious.
here we go.
Because we totally, Matt and I, the Stevo thing was just nonsense.
Yeah, it's funny.
And then I've discovered there's really a band called Stevo. There's Davo. There's also a female Devo cover band called Freedom of Joyce.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, I saw Devo like last year, and they were so
Wow.
good at the Polo.
Really?
Yeah, they.
Who's still alive?
No, there's only 5 people in Devo. 3 of them are still alive. The 2 brothers, Mark Mothersbaugh and his brother Bob, and Jerry Casserly, the other lead singer.
Yes, yeah.
And so the 2 of them have died. Yeah.
Well,
but,
Mark Mothersbaugh is now a great musician. He now does movie scores.
Oh, I know that. Yeah. Simpsons. No,
The
not
Royal
Simpsons.
Tenenbaums?
Royal Tenenbaums, yeah. He, one of my friends is a huge Devo fan, Lasan, and she wrote to him and said, I'm coming to LA because he's got this great studio/museum
Wow.
in this sort of Art Deco building in LA.
Yeah.
And she goes, can I come and check out your studio?
Right.
And he just goes, oh, yeah. And so she turns up and knocks on the door, and he sends out someone first to check out that she's not fucking crazy. And the guy goes, yeah, you're all right, come in. And yeah, he showed her around, and he signed my book, which has me wearing a Devo hat on the front cover.
Oh, wow. Of course.
Yeah. It was
Man alive.
they're great.
We have closed so many circles
We
across
have.
this episode.
Now, I should ask you the questions because we're almost home at your house.
Yes.
What went well tonight, Tony?
Sorry?
What went well tonight at the gig?
What went well tonight was a lot of material about local weird venues, which I have to say you did even
you
better
did
in your
Eltham
one. I was talking about the Eltham Barrel. I was talking about a bizarre gig I did in Mordialloc. I think what I did badly was
what didn't go well? Yeah,
I opened with Mushroom Cook material.
Oh, yeah.
And it's material that generally goes well, but what I've never opened with it.
Oh, that's interesting.
And the problem is you go, and I've just read a book about the whole Mushroom Cook case, and you go, oh yeah, people died.
Yeah, 3 people died.
So it's, but then cut to Oliver Clark on Sam Pang tonight singing Mushroom Lady. So you're going, we're in that weird no man's land of is it comedy or is it not comedy?
Yeah. No, were there any organisational hazards that got in the way? The lighting, the sound. The sound was a bit distorted.
The sound was. I probably went a bit close on mic.
Yeah.
Because I like to do that thing of varying between talking
dynamics.
Quietly and Nirvana style. But But yeah, my big lesson tonight was don't open with Mushroom Cook.
I was going to say, how can we do better next time? Don't open with the mushroom.
But you were fucking on fire tonight, Dave.
I've got a lot of
huge
newer material
fan.
I'm trying to work in
for
the festivals next year. Well, Tony, thanks for coming on the podcast. And make sure
Dave.
You listen to SIZZLETOWN. Ep 100 is out now.
Yes.
It's hilarious. The cat's there. The cat's Nemesis Sugar Cubes on.
You can hear Pete Smith, an 86-year-old man, singing a Taylor Swift song.
Which one?
Shake It Off.
Oh, great.
Which is now called Sail Off. I think you can tell where that's going.
Yeah.
And I sing a duet with Davey Lane, who was only inducted into the ARIA Hall of Fame 3 weeks ago as part of UMI, and Davey is great. And I also, because we didn't have enough songs in the episode, so I decided to revive my very first comedy act, which was impersonating John Cooper Clarke.
That's fantastic when you do that.
Well, that was my first ever solo comedy routine.
I remember you told me about that.
In 1983 or 4, I appeared on stage at the Glue Pot Tavern in Ponsonby a week after the real John Cooper Clarke had appeared on stage.
Unbelievable.
He was in The World's Thinnest Man, as was I.
Yeah.
And so I bought a suit, I hired a reel-to-reel tape recorder, and I got up on stage and claimed to be. I got a wig, I looked at the sunglasses, I looked exactly like John Cooper Clarke. I claimed I was him, and I then proceeded to only do Eagles songs in the style of John Cooper Clarke.
How did it go down?
It was after about 5 minutes I was booed off. But it was my first solo comedy act. So in tribute to that, I've revived it for episode 100 of SIZZLETOWN.
Did you do that again?
I did. I subsequently did do it at various venues, but that was the only time where I tried to fool people into thinking I really was him.
John Cooper Clarke.
Yeah, and then people were like, "Oh, okay, it's a comedy bit."
That's an act. Oh, I've gone past your house.
No, there's my house across the road.
Tony, thanks again, and listen to SIZZLETOWN.
Thanks, Dave.
No worries.
You are a fucking brilliant stand-up.
Come
I
on.
hope people are saying that on this podcast, because you really are.
Sure they are. Well, I'm not hearing it, but anyway.
Okay. Cheers.
My wife certainly isn't. Anyway.
Well, she needs to get out more.
She saw me the other day and then critiqued me the whole way home.
Of course. That's how it works.
That's how it works. Bye-bye. Thanks for listening to Debrief.